welcome back to Smart Life. I am Dr. Gina, and I am also very glad that you are with us today. There are a lot of new unexpected supporters of the minimum wage hike these days. One of those is the CEO of Panera Bread. But Howard Portnoy, editor-in-chief of LibertyUnyielding.com, says there's more to that story. Howard, welcome to Smart Life.
Thank you, Dr. Gina. Good to be with you.
Good to have you. The Panera CEO says he is for raising the minimum wage. This really isn't going to be a problem for him at all. As a pretty major Obama donor, he's just going to replace those employees with computers. Not a problem.
Yeah, this is kind of funny. I think Tim Carney of the Washington Examiner said it best. He's replacing all of his cashiers with kiosks, automated kiosks. And Carney said, is he going to pay the kiosks $10.10 each?
Yeah.
And now he does have a second side to the story. The guy's name is Rob Shake, and he claims he's doing this partly out of customer dissatisfaction. And he says that under the new condition, what he will do is avoid having a confusion, having a mosh pit effect when people pick up their food, and that it will be delivered to tables. The only problem is it still remains to be seen whether he's going to retain as many people, as many real employees as he's going to lose.
And isn't this just so typical? I mean, the fact that he was a major Obama supporter. Obama is not a small business-friendly president. I don't think I even have to be partisan to make that case. And yet here he is giving big dollars to Obama's reelection campaign and willing really to do that on the backs of his employees. And this is the way this is going to go, because ultimately raising the minimum wage does cost jobs, correct?
That is correct. Now there have been a couple of papers that came out recently that suggest differently, but this has been a bone of contention among economists for a long time. A paper from Berkeley recently came out that said there is no difference from state to state. There's no general trend that they can observe in terms of jobs and minimum wage. And then the Center for Economic and Policy Research did a paper last year where they made a similar contention, that there just isn't that trade-off that Republicans always emphasize that there is.
And now Mitt Romney has come out for this, Howard. What do you make of that?
What to make of it? Maybe he read these papers and he believes them all of a sudden. I don't understand why he is suddenly favoring this. He did say something interesting, though. When he made his statement last week that he supports the minimum wage, he said the Republicans are the party of more jobs and better pay. All right, assuming he believes that the minimum wage increases don't decrease jobs, what does he mean by the party of better pay? Republicans are all in favor of meritocracy. Minimum wage is enforced better pay.
Yeah. Freedom and free market economics would seem to be a better description of that. Well, he's not our president. At least we have that going for us, if we have that going for us. Barbara Lee of California wants to raise the minimum wage. She thinks $26 an hour would be a good rate. What say you about that?
I say, why stop at $26? Why not $86? I mean, the sky's the limit as long as it's somebody else's money.
Right? I'm just teasing you. I said she must be anti-worker, right? If she only wants $26.
I assume, right? Doesn't she have her constituents at heart? I mean, why stop so low?
Yeah.
That's kind of absurd. I mean, there has to be a breaking point. Again, even if the debate is unsettled on whether there is an effect, a cause and effect in job loss and raising the minimum wage, there has to be a point where it just breaks the system.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us, Howard Portnoy. You can find him at LibertyUnyielding.com.